Ladies, stop forcing and begging a man to love you.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about why you should never beg a man to be with you. So imagine pouring your heart out to someone who only gives you breadcrumbs in return. You text, you call, you show up, yet he remains distant, uninterested or worse, takes your presence for granted. The idea of begging a man to stay, to love you, or to choose you is not just as painful, it's damaging your self worth. So I've put the videos together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back to share my true sense, what I think about today's video.
Ladies, stop forcing and begging a man to love you. You can't force a man to appreciate you. You can't force a man to be loyal to you. You can't force a man to treat you right. You can't force a man to be honest with you. You can't force a man to love you. But you can definitely stop forcing the issue and put your time and energy elsewhere. Please don't become a victim of words that make you naive about BS actions. A man can only be kept if he wants to be kept by you.
Don't you ever beg somebody to stay in your life. If people can't realize, appreciate the value that you bring to their lives, tell them that the doors are open and they should pick up their brain on the way out. There's nothing in this world that could ever warrant you begging somebody to stay in your life. If people have made the conscious decision to leave your life or become indifferent towards you, don't beg them to stay, let them go. When you beg people to stay in your life, irrespective of whether it's a friendship or relationship, you reduce your self-worth and you give these people power over you. In their eyes, you don't value yourself and you're demonstrating to them that you suffer with self-esteem issues. They'll start to perceive themselves as somebody who's doing you a favor by staying in your life. What could you possibly be hoping for when you beg somebody to stay in your life? That things will magically just go back to being how they were before? When you beg somebody to stay in your life and they end up staying, it's as though you're guilt tripping them into doing something they don't want to do. Inevitably, what will happen is you just end up becoming a people pleaser. Forgive me for saying this, but because you've reduced yourself to such a pathetic state, these people will never be able to see you the same again. The respect that they once had for you, if they had any for you to begin with, is now gone. Do you know how low you need to go to beg another fellow human being to stay in your life? Never be that person to reduce yourself to such a low state. Don't be so quick to cheaply throw away your dignity because of another person. This isn't about pride or arrogance. This is simply about preserving your dignity and respect. The truth is, most people have to beg somebody to stay in their life at least once for them to become the man, the woman that will never ever beg somebody to stay in their life again. The shame, the humiliation and regret that you experience when you beg somebody to stay in your life once is enough for you to say that you will never ever succumb yourself to such a disgrace again. There are 8 billion people on this planet. For that one person that doesn't respect you, value you, that's willing to walk out on you, there are 10, 100, possibly even 1,000 people that are willing to line up to have somebody like you in their life. Have a fantastic day.
Listen, check this out. These dudes in 2022, they different. They expect for you to beg for their attention, and some of y'all are doing it. No, I'm not, Ace. Yes, you are. You may not be on your hands and knees begging with your words, but you are begging with your actions. Every time you compromise your healthy standards just to get somebody to see you or be in a relationship with you, you are begging with your actions. Every time you allow somebody to treat you in ways you said you will never allow someone to treat you, over and over and over again, you are begging for them to stay in your life. You are begging with your actions, and that's worse. God will never send you somebody you gotta beg to see you. You gotta beg this man to embrace the fact that you are independent and you are strong and you are worthy and you are a partner. You gotta beg this man to want to marry you. You are begging, and it's beneath you. Stop it so a real man can see you, all right?
You lose your value when you try to convince a man to stay with you or a man to commit to you. If the man wants to leave, let him leave. If a man doesn't want to commit to you, let him go. The more you stick around and try to convince the wrong person to be the right person, one, you're not allowing yourself to meet the right person, but you are also losing your own value. You are destroying your own confidence, your own self-worth, and own self-esteem, because your subconscious knows that if I were really confident, if I felt really good about myself, I would never do this. I would let him walk away. I would say bye. Like, I would be like, oh, you don't want to commit? You're not the one for me. Like, your subconscious knows what is right for you and what is wrong for you. It's your conscious mind that's fucking everything up, honestly. So you need to stop getting in your own way. You need to start acting more high value. If a man says, I'm not ready for a relationship, you say, then we're not the right fit. If a man says, oh, I changed my mind, I don't think we're right for each other, don't try to convince him to stay. Say, okay, thanks for letting me know. Good luck out there. If a man says anything other than, I really want to be with you, I like you, whatever, anything like that, then you let him go gracefully. That's it. That's it. You'll never have to convince a man to be with you if he's really meant to be with you. I'm Allie. I'm a dating and confidence coach, and I let this shit be easy because dating doesn't have to be so hard. Go to the link in my bio if you want to work with me.
If he tells you that he want to leave you, you just say, okay, leave. Don't beg him to stay. Don't give him that satisfaction that you don't want him to leave, that you can't live without him, that you're going to miss him. Rather, let him think twice. He will only think twice if you don't care. If you tell him, okay, fine, he will start thinking, why doesn't she care? He will be thinking about it rather than you thinking about him. So let him leave. He's not even worth it.
That's a video, guys. So I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Why you should never beg a man to be with you. The moment you beg a man to be with you, the dynamic shift. Love is no longer a mature exchange, it becomes a power struggle when he holds all the control. The more you chase, the more he pulls away, because desperation is never attractive. A man who truly wants to be with you will never put you in a position where you feel like you have to beg for his attention or affection. When you beg, you are reinforcing the idea that his validation is more important than your self respect. That mindset will only lead to heartbreak, because a man who doesn't appreciate you when you are standing in your power will never value you when you shrink yourself to fit into his life. A man who's truly interested will show you. He won't leave you questioning where you stand. He won't make you compete for his time. He won't treat you like an option while you make him his priority. When you start making excuses for his lack of effort, telling yourself he's just busy or he will come around, you are ignoring the truth. If he wanted, he would. This saying, let's put it in our head, ladies. By begging, you are also giving him permission to mistreat you. If a man knows you stick around no matter how little he gives, he has no reason to change. He knows he can cancel plans, ignores your text, disappear when it's inconvenient for him, and you still be there waiting. That kind of behavior doesn't lead to love, it leads to resentment. You should never have to convince love you. Real love doesn't require permission or pushing. The right person will see you see you're worthy, and without you having to prove it. They'll cherish your presence, not take it for granted. They'll meet you halfway, not make you do all the work. Begging a man to be with you also damages your confidence. Every time you're going to lower your standards, every time you're going to tolerate being treated like an afterthought, you chip away all of your self-esteem. And the longer you stay in the circle, the harder it becomes to walk away. But walking away is exactly what you need to do. Because when you stop chasing, you give yourself space to attract someone genuinely who wants to be with you. Someone who doesn't make you question your worthy, someone who values what you bring to the table. But that can't happen if you're too busy trying to hold on to someone who doesn't deserve you. Instead of begging a man, reclaim your power, set boundaries, demand reciprocity. And if a man won't meet you where you are, let him go. Because the truth is, the right man, the one who truly sees you, values you, and wants to be with you, will never let you beg for him. Okay? So some men, they don't know how to respect women. Let's start with that. Because you're trying to show someone you love them, but they don't appreciate that. Okay? So it's either you're going to play on his ego. So when someone comes and tell you, I don't want to be with you, I know it's hard to accept, but don't chase him. Don't even write a message next day. Because once you do that, they'll think you love them too much. She's so desperate, so I can do whatever she wants, whatever I want. No. Keep quiet. I'm always telling you, like, no response, keeping quiet, moving in private. These are the things you need, okay, to deal with this pain, because you're going to die with heartbreaks. I'm telling you. So going to you're going to be silent. You're not going to check up on him. You don't, I know it's gonna be tempting to try to call him or what, but stand on your ground. Me, I've set boundaries when it comes to relationship. When you come and tell me that you don't want to be with me, I won't even come and force you to be with me. Okay, so I'm going to let you go. Why should I be with a person who doesn't want to come with me, or who doesn't want to be with me? And also, how can I be with a person who doesn't appreciate my efforts? Because if this man wanted, he would. This saying is very true. A man who loves you will make effort for you. A man who loves you is going to make time for you. Like, this saying keeps going in my head. If you wanted, you would. It's only small things that women want: attention, love, care, and just being around them. Those things. But if a man can't provide those little things in respect, those little things, then you fail. Then you can't do it again. Okay, so ladies, stop begging. Once you beg, you ask him, what did I do? They'll keep hurting you. Okay, so I don't want you to break your heart. I love you so much, so stay away from them. Let them go. Okay, someone who come and tells you that they don't want you anymore, let them go, because you need someone who's going to love you naturally, someone who's going to be there for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate. Kindly like and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.